Hey everyone, here with Industrial Genomics, and this is the 49 card version that has bioethics and Ronin dedication ceremony. So a Chris Hinkes thing. I have a cold, so my voice is maybe kind of wonky here. Up against Andy, not sure what it'll be. Could be a stealth, could be suckers, could be au revoir. There's really a lot of options. Gonna see if they're gonna check any of these remotes at the start. Probably doesn't want to lose like 8 cards psychic fields, so people tend to be a little scared of these cards. Looks like we're gonna get away with the senses for this turn, which is great for us. If we can fill our hand, that gives us some face downs in the archives that otherwise are pretty hard to get. Breaker Bay is good. We probably want to keep that. I think we can actually. This is tough. And we'll keep one Breaker Bay. We'll try again. Okay, we got a hostile. That's good. So this is pretty good. We'll get our Breaker Bay up to protect these. Probably just discard 2, huh? Yeah. Seems okay. I think I will actually discard one of these hedge funds. I will keep the other one because we want it for next turn. But right now, I think one's enough, and I want to keep this for the Ronin combo later on. So plenty of credits coming out of here, but they still have to flip archives. Maybe they're going to worry about shocks. Don't have any yet. We should, if the Sensi lives another turn, we should get a couple shocks going down. Ah, nothing. So we're looking for is an ice for archives as soon as possible, or just even a shock to put in the archives and ding him. We want to ideally knock out a Count Siphon or 2 from his hand, so you don't have to worry about it as much. Okay, so he's going to come for our Sensi. See if he wants to take a net damage to trash it. Probably okay to do so. But if he has a really key card like a breaker he needs in his hand, maybe he'll feel that he can't trash it. Yeah, he's got something good in there. Excuse me. So we're going to get another Sensi Fire. This is really big for us. This is going to give us a ton of discards. We got our shock to throw in the bin. Got another ice we can put down in the archives, which is also quite nice. So we can protect our archives, get the second hostile into play. And we have some discards to throw out. Definitely the shock, of course. The second vanilla is not bad. But I think it's less good than the rest of our cards. It's a tough call. Figuring what to discard is definitely a challenge of this deck because all the cards have a use, right? Or they wouldn't be in there. So now we'll tax some 2 net to kill this one. But I think he has to just bite the bullet and go through it. So we hit a Siphon, which is great news for us. Hit a Career Fair. That's also a pretty good hit. Made him pay 7. If he can't get off the ground, like with this hostile, we can start bleeding him out with the bioethics. And that'll put him in a pickle pretty quickly. Like, he can test, so he's going to get quite a bit of money. He can pay this pretty easily. Yeah, he's paid a lot of money here, but he can afford with double testing, so he can click for 6 a turn, and then he can start trashing things. The problem for him will be if he can't get into archives in like the next 2-3 turns, then he'll have to start thinking like, how can I... The trash cost will increase. So I think that was a pretty good play. He cleaned out a lot of stuff. We'll get our third hostile running. But we're kind of poor to do a whole lot of stuff. So this is a great hit for us. Oh, he lost his passport on that. Awkward. So do we protect this hostile, right? He can't trash it next turn. I think we just flip this up and make him only draw 2. That's going to cramp his style. Since he's really a key card of the matchup, to see 2 of them this early, this is more lucky than you're going to usually get on an IG draw. Sometimes you'll see it quite late and you'll be really unhappy. Because being able to load the archives without paying clicks for it, like clicking to overdraw, is such a speed boost for the deck. Like his hand is actually about as good as it gets too. Like Desperado double testing early on in 2 laundries, he had a ton of early tempo. Well, it was testing anyway, so I just read this for nothing, but he could safely guess that's what it was. There's no real uncertainty about it. He's going to get his 2 draws for the turn, and now we're going to get to ding him. Bottoming agendas again. Hit sure gamble. Okay. So I really just want more bioethics here. Though also covering archives would be pretty good. Maybe it's not good enough. Do I just double draw here? I think I double draw. Chairman's neither here nor there right now. The tech startup, on the other hand, would get me what? Bioethics again. It's a turn slow. I think maybe credit is better here. I mean, he can inside job or archives. That's something he kind of needs to do. Otherwise, he's in a really tough spot where he can draw 2 a turn, but he loses 1 to bioethics right away. And then if he wants to trash, he loses another card. He's going to glory run the R&D. I think that's maybe just giving up at that point. Like hitting future perk would be good for him, but it's so unlikely, right? Psychic fields, whatever. I guess we'll put this out. We can get the bioethics eventually. Now we can afford to flip. Or we can afford to res both ice and archives. We just need to keep the 7 trash cost here, so we can't really trash our hostile, which is the linchpin here. It's harder to get the burst kill against criminals. But you can definitely get the attrition kill with just putting it turn after turn and hitting their good cards, like their powerful events. Things they didn't want to install right away. Yeah, so getting Mongoose out, he wants to come to Archives and flip it. So let's crack this for probably the second bioethics. I should have run the Sensi first in case we got it off Sensi. My bad. Well, actually getting Ronin's pretty good. We can go for the Ronin burst. Actually, this just kills him, right? We have the money to, we have just enough money. So he's on 2 cards. So we do Ronin. And bam. We had a good start. I mean, our great draw against his great draw, ours is like the greater draw. Like, Sensi's just such a powerhouse card. Being able to find your ice, there's not that many ice in the deck, so if you can actually get the small amount you need, like 3 ice is plenty for a game usually. If you can access 3 ice, you're a happy camper. He lost his passport, which would have let him beat the Crick. I mean, even letting him, even if the Crick fired, he would have got the hostile back, which is not that great for us without the money to actually res it. So Yeah, I don't know. Sensi's a great card in basically every deck where you can play Sensi. It's like a powerhouse. It's good times. Thanks for watching, everyone.